Welcome back to NDTV. I'm Kurt, and today my guests are Mike and Dan from Mathlete. Thanks for coming and taking the time out to do the show.
Thanks for having us here.
Thanks. You guys aren't originally from Normal, then, are you?
I'm from a town called New Lenox, Illinois. It's about a half-hour south of Chicago.
And where are you from, Dan?
The same place. That's where we met in high school. We went to high school together.
Yeah.
And we both played in a band in high school, and we were friends, and we just, you know, we just started playing music together.
But Mike, you go to ISU right now, right?
Yeah, I do.
And Dan, you go to the Art Institute?
Yeah, up in Chicago. Awesome.
How did the whole idea behind Mathlete get started? It's actually a side project, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess officially you call it that. I just was writing a lot of songs. Some of them were more keyboard-oriented, without like a drum set. It was more like drum machine kind of stuff. And I decided I wanted to start releasing that kind of stuff, so kind of joined forces with Dan, and
yeah, he started letting me hear the stuff, and it was, you know, I just loved it.
You guys were kind of simultaneously doing like the same sounds at the same time without knowing it, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, you know, we'd hear each other's stuff. And,
yeah, I think we were influenced by each other.
Yeah. Now, you have a different approach to recording, really, don't you? Like, it's not the standard go into a studio and record your songs together as a band.
Yeah, we do like a lot of stuff on 4-track and on 8-track cassette. I like to be in control of everything I'm recording. But I don't think we really have any kind of budget to go to a studio at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just doing it at home in our bedroom, you know.
Yeah.
So you pretty much get to adjust the volumes and the way you want it to sound and everything.
Right, and yeah, because a lot of times in the studio, who's ever doing the engineering might not have the same view on what the finished product is going to be that you have, and so I'd rather just be in control myself, I think.
And you could be rushed in the studio too. We're here, you know, we can take all day working on how we want it to sound. You
guys actually don't record together most of the time.
When we put out the first cassette, we did a few songs together, but mostly we each do our own thing.
And then you sort of combine it onto one master.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really different than what most bands are doing.
Right.
now.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it has to do with us living in two different towns. It's when we get together, usually there's not a lot of time to do recording and stuff. But in the future, I think it's possible that we could, you know, get
it works well now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
definitely.
It's good this way.
But since you're not really on a label right now.
Right.
So you don't have the financial backing that you would.
Yeah. There's no labels like budget support, but there are people putting out the stuff.
Right.
But we take care of everything else.
Yeah.
Just recording it.
That's awesome. You guys have played shows before, right? But it's sort of not a constant thing for you like most bands.
Right. It's more of a recording project.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to, you know, play shows too live once in a while, just to be in that realm too.
That's cool. So you've played like Chicago, and you've actually played here in Normal a few times, haven't you?
Yeah.
At the Agape in Java Hut.
Yeah.
It's a good place to play.
Yeah.
This summer, very early summer, right after school got out, you guys went on tour, right? Where did you go?
We started in Chicago and went down to Florida and over to Texas for about 9 or 10 days.
Oh yeah. What about who'd you play with?
We did all the shows with a band called Port Vale from Houston, Texas.
A great band.
Yeah.
Really great band.
The one got Lance from that band has a label called Ojet, and they released our first 7-inch, so that's how we hooked up with them.
So the 7-inch is on Ojet Records, and where can you get that from?
Independent record shops.
You can try going to the Ojet's website, which is www.ojet.com.
Yeah. Can you get it from Parasol?
Yeah, you can get it from Parasol.
Which is www.parasol.com, right?
Parasol.com, yep.
And actually, one of the songs that is on that brand new 7-inch, you guys played for us, and we're going to check it out right now on NDTV. This is Mathlete.
Asteroid Police, to ride around like a space jet. Not for sure, comfortable control. Not in charge of reality control. I'm choosing on. Like an inch myself. like to get to know me. Not commander of rock patrol. I'll shoot the moon on Sunday. I'm a taxpayer. Now the host at the hotel's a lot. I'm shoots and cuts the lawn. Stay here. Commissioner Kevin, I'm out of control. We have to long, so nowhere to go. Can't fly around all night. Can't fly around tonight. Surrender. Surrender, surrender. 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 I'm the detective at the watering hole. I slip the queens at the scene of the crime. I'm a criminal. Long live the old succeed as we do out in the morning to liquor store. Long live the new computers, you can do what you want when you want. I don't know what I want, I think the signal's hot. I want the mix that you got. Someone bring the fader down. Someone bring this fader down. Someone bring this fader down. Someone bring this fader down. Long live the blinking light bulbs, every time that you technical run your night. Long live the telephone stars and the rusted out New Yorker when drove through the sand. I don't know what I want, I think the signal's hot. I want the mix that you got. Someone bring this fader down. Someone bring this fader down. Someone bring this fader down. Someone bring this fader down.
Welcome back to NDTV. I'm Kurt, and my guests are still Mike and Dan from Mathlete. And you just saw a performance from their latest 7-inch, which is on OJet Records. And that's not actually your first release, is it?
No, we put out 2 cassettes prior to the 7-inch. One of them, the first one was called Teleport. It came out on a tape label out of Florida called In a Lighthouse Cassettes. Mm-hmm. And then we self-released a short EP tape called Mathlete Leaves the Lab.
Now, you can't get those tapes anymore, can you?
No, you might be able to order the Teleport tape from somewhere, maybe Pal Mail order, I don't know, but we don't have any left. We didn't. The first tape was limited to 200 copies, and then the second tape we just kind of made it to have something to sell when we went out and played live. We didn't make that many of those.
It's a really good tape, and I suggest everybody out there should try to find out where you can get that from.
Thanks. Yeah, well, there's a label now, Black Beat and Placenta, that's going to re-release those 2 old cassettes on a CD, which will be out at like the end of this year.
Plus, it's going to have some, possibly have some newer songs on it, right?
Yeah.
It's going to have songs that were recorded when the other tapes were recorded, but they never, they weren't released.
6 songs.
And then, besides that, there's an actual new full CD that's going to be all new stuff. That's going to be out in, what, early 2000?
Yeah, January, February, maybe.
That's on Plastique Records in Chapel Hill.
How did you get hooked up with those guys?
When we were on tour, we played in Memphis with a band called Gertie, and they run Plastique. And this is a new label kind of starting out. They only have a couple releases, and they seemed to be into what we were doing. So
Yeah.
You guys pretty excited about that then?
Yeah.
yeah, really excited.
They're really
Something
nice
that's
guys.
like
Yeah,
yours, you know, a CD that everybody can pretty much get.
right. Yeah, we're really excited.
And that'll most likely be like, you can get that through what, like Parasol and
Right,
Darla,
yeah.
maybe PAL.
Hmm.
Those are all on the internet, www.pal,
Right. Yeah.
what is it, .com?
I'm not sure what PAL is.
Pal Miller.
Yeah.
No space.
PalMailer.com. And then
Yeah.
it's like Darla.com.
Yeah.
You can get, and then Parasol, we mentioned that earlier. You pretty much get through that because your other band, Wolfie, they're actually on, you guys are on Parasol.
Right.
So you're distro through that and everything. So you should check out Wolfie too, because that's definitely worth the trouble checking out that band. And then you guys actually have a very distinct sound that's very unique. How did you like come up with that? Any bands that like influenced you over the years that came into Mathlete?
I don't know. I started listening to like a lot of Gary Newman about a year ago, and as far as like synth pop stuff goes, I think that's my main influence. Newer stuff. There's a guy, he goes by the name of Holland.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
Pulsars out of Chicago here.
Right.
Cool.
The great electronic pop bands like that.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for joining us today.
Cool.
And right now we're going to check out one more performance by Mathlete off of, there's going to be one probably off the 7-inch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what song we're going with.
Okay, check it out though.
Protect the text so you don't know. So what do you think? You can't forget about it, so protect the text so you don't know. Robots on the brink of pain. So much stays, but you won't forget about it. So protect the text so you don't know. We're logging in hours. We're logging in hours. We're logging in hours after hours. Got a job with the BBC, but I don't come from overseas as far as you know. As far as you know, and I can work the telephone. 3 lines at once, I'll keep you on hold if you don't mind. You don't mind. I'm mine, I've got the telephone. I'm waiting on the hard phones, the telephone. I'm waiting on the hard phones, the telephone. I'm waiting on the hard phones, I'm working with the BBC. Work the computer too. Show me the keyboard, I'll push the buttons and see what they do. I can put you on the speakerphone. Just when you thought we were alone, if you don't mind. You don't mind. I'm mine, I've got the telephone. But I waited on the hard phones, the telephone. I'm waiting on the hard phones, the telephone. I'm waiting on the hard phones, I'm working with the BBC. I've got the telephone. I waited on the hard phones, the telephones. I'm waiting on the hard phones, the telephones. I'm waiting on the hard phones, I'm working with the BBC.
Someone tell me why I act like a fool when things don't go my way. You're around me, somebody else. There is good reason, I
Got a gun in the air, so you should surrender. I've got a gun in the air, so why don't you let it go? Right for the party, you gotta be now. I'm right for the party, surrender. Surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. I've got a reason for cracking codes now. The dues of your credits, the grades that get me, and I'm cracking codes now. You're right for the party, you gotta be now. Right for the party, surrender. Sister, surrender. Sister, surrender. Surrender. Sister, surrender. From the highest, shot myself, chocolate on the floor. Afternoons in a homemade sport, a paper boats on a Michigan shore. See me on Narrowcaster, on broadcast days ago. I teleport Grover Garage home. taking my parents home. TV and Narrowcaster, broadcast from Mexico. Teleport, tell my parents home.
Well, that's it tonight for NDTV. I'd like to thank my guests, Mike and Dan from Mathlete.
Thanks for having us again.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. Don't forget to check out the show next week, same place, same time, where our guests will be the Poster Children, who are really, really good, and you should check that out. And if you're not busy tonight, Wolfie is playing at the Illini Union in Champaign. Starts at 8 o'clock. That's with Masters of the Hemisphere. And tomorrow is Promise Ring, Very Secretary, in Paris, Texas, at the Far Left Fest on the Wesleyan Quad. So check that out. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next week.